Jai Shri Ram, sivanandalahari. This is the third slokam which is very, very interesting. Please listen carefully. First, I'll read the sloka. Traivedyam hrudyam tripurahara madhyam trinayanam jatabarodaram chaladura gaharam mrugadharam mahadevam devam mai sadaya bhavam pashupatim chidalambam sambam shivamati vidambam Hrudi Bhaji. So, the translation roughly is I worship Shiva wholeheartedly in my heart. He is so pleasing and showering auspiciousness. He is beginningless. He has three eyes, a deer in his hand, and a live snake around his neck as a garland. The matted hair gives him a majestic appearance. He is knowable only through the Vedas, the three Vedas, and is the greatest among the gods and is effulgent. And he destroyed the kingdoms of Tripura. Now let us see what this Tripurahara, he is the Tripurahara. He is proficient in all the theatrical arts. He is the first guru, art guru, and he is the fountainhead of all knowledge. He who is the Lord of all beings, along with his divine consort, Mata Ambika, showers his grace on me. So, Shiva's greatness can be appreciated only through a knowledge of the Vedas, or at least the Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is the Sara. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi, Krishna already declared that he himself is Rudra also. So, the deeper the knowledge of the Vedas or the Gita, the deeper will be the understanding. So now Tripurahara, the destroyer of Tripura or three cities. The Puranas tell us a very interesting story, deeply allegorical again. Remember, everything in Hinduism is symbolical, representative. So there were three powerful asuras called Tarakaksha, Kamalaksha and Vidyunmali. Tarakaksha, Kamalaksha and Vidyunmali. They lived in three cities built by the super architect Mayadanava. Mayadanava was the same guy who was saved by Krishna and Arjuna when the Khandava Prastha was being burnt. And therefore, as a favor, Mayadanava built Indraprastha for Pandavas, which had the Maya Sabha and all that. So, Mayan civilization is actually believed to be, if you go to South America and see those constructions, they are modern day architects have no clue how these constructions have been made. So that is Mayan civilization. Anyway, let's leave it there. The cities, the three cities, these three fellows, these three brothers, Tarakaksha, Kamalaksha and Vidyunmali, they built three cities. And these three cities were actually built by Mayadanava. They were made of iron, silver and gold cities. And they had extraordinarily, magical features. And these cities would travel entirely in air like a planet. They are like planets, free floating cities, city planets. So these asuras were very powerful and they wrought havoc on all creation, because they simply used to land on various planets and crush the people there, the villages, and by the sheer weight of the flying cities. And they were invincible. And as the Puranas go, these fellows acquired a boon that these cities could be destroyed only when all three have to be shot by a single mighty arrow, which should hit the three cities simultaneously. So, these three asuras and their flying cities caused terror, and all the devas went to Lord Shiva. And Shiva said, okay, don't worry, we'll take care. And the compassionate Shiva got into a chariot. Now listen very carefully, see the symbolism. The whole of earth itself was fashioned as a chariot, and the sun and moon were the wheels of this chariot, and the Vedas were the four horses of this chariot. Are you visualizing? Yeah, it is so delightful actually, rhapsodizing. So the whole of earth became a chariot, sun and moon were the wheels of this chariot, and the Vedas, the four Vedas became the four horses, and Brahma himself was the charioteer, and Shiva took the Meru Parvat as the bow, And Adishesha, Sheshanaga, took the form of the bowstring, and Sri Mahavishnu himself assumed the form of an arrow. Have you seen the full picture? Fantastic. When the three cities became one at the end of 1,000 years, Shiva smilingly released this mighty arrow, and the very smile followed by the arrow was enough to reduce these invincible cities and the terrible asuras to ashes. So, the allegorical meaning, it all depends on your knowledge and understanding of Hinduism. These three cities can refer to the three gunas. They have to be destroyed. You have to become a trigunatita. Or they can refer to the three bodies: the physical body, the astral body, and the causal body, housing the Atman. And so long as these bodies remain, the desires of the body remain. And when death occurs, only the physical body is destroyed. Rebirth therefore occurs according to one's karma. It is only the grace of Shiva that can destroy all the three bodies at one stroke and release the Jivatma, give it freedom from this continuous cycle of birth and death, or what is known as Videha Mukti. Shiva can confer Videha Mukti. So, the grace, Anugraham of Shiva through Bhakti alone can confer Mukti. Jai Shri Ram.